We're being rewired, beautiful souls. There's no other way to put it. The cosmic energies flowing in during April 2025 are recalibrating our entire being on a cellular, energetic, and soul level. Many of you have been experiencing unusual sleep patterns, vivid dreams, spontaneous memories of childhood, or even past lives, other lifetimes. Welcome to your multidimensional journey. I am Tracy Canberra, and let's dive into what's happening in April, starting with this rewiring into your 5D self. Your brain's neural pathways are literally being restructured to accommodate higher frequencies of consciousness. Now, some days you might feel foggy, disoriented, or unusually tired. Honor these moments. They're not signs of regression, but of profound progression. Your system is upgrading. And sometimes the best thing you can do is allow yourself to rest deeply while this divine work takes place. I'll share that this morning I awoke to Jesus, Archangels Michael and Metatron standing behind me, rewiring my human DNA to anchor in more of my multidimensional DNA. Now, I remained calm and curious, just watching, feeling the changes, and of course, feeling the unending support of all three of them in my rewiring and my ascension. So remember, your guides, the ascended masters, the archangels, the dragons, your soul, everyone is here surrounding you, supporting you in this rewiring and in your ascension. Since the beginning of 2025, I have channeled to ignore the chaos around you and focus inward. Well, April is requiring us to journey inward. The noise of our outer world has reached such a deafening pitch that it caused the chasm between 3D and 5D to become literally too great to easily hop between the two realities. So what does that mean? Well, those choosing 3D are really going to stay in the 3D frequencies, and it's too disharmonic to you. You won't be able to hang out with them anymore. And for you, it becomes easier to stay in 5D and to return to it. For when you have fear spikes, like we all do, you truly didn't fall down into the depths of 3D as you believed, as it felt. Fear, loss, shame, guilt, anger, those feelings and the thoughts that often accompany them, they dim your multidimensional connection. And as time is increasingly fluid right now, cause and effect can become immediate. Meaning, when you have a fear spike, it immediately creates more fearful feelings and thoughts and prompts you to take fearful action. You find yourself very quickly mired in fear-based situations, and we don't want that. Remember, part of being rewired into your 5D human self, more light body, less physical, so I call it the light human, I don't know what else to label it, is that your creations, your manifestations, your outer world becomes more flowing and more immediate. And admit it, you're catching yourself faster when you fall into fear or negativity or get caught up in drama. In April, it becomes mandatory to realize quickly when your vibration has lowered, to become aware that a person or situation has prompted you to shift your frequency and you've dropped out of contentment, abundance, love, happiness. And it propels you to use your tools to return to 5D. What brings you back into faith, trust, belief, knowing? What makes you smile, laugh, be grateful, clear and cleanse? Use those tools. Now, you'll find a whole list of tools in my free Lightworkers Blueprint, and I put the link below. So download that, try out those tools. Close your eyes and imagine that you're floating in this beautiful crystalline sphere, your 3D creational sphere, floating within the vast void of source consciousness. And you're exploring the subtle frequencies that you're sensing. While you feel safe in this sphere, begin to sense an outer sphere around yours. As it comes into your inner vision, your inner knowing, you begin to realize that your sphere is wholly contained within this greater outer creational sphere of energy. That is your 5D light human sphere. And you are being called to release your current sphere of creation, to dissolve it and fully embrace your larger, grander, higher dimensional sphere of your 5D light human self. This 5D light human is not something you need to create or become. It's already there. It's already waiting to be recognized, acknowledged, and claimed. So begin to perceive aspects of yourself that transcend the limited 3D identity you've been living within. Note all you wish to release and all you wish to become. Then, with intention, see yourself dissolving the 3D human sphere and claiming your 5D light body, light human sphere. Your soul is telling you it is time. You can no longer live in 3D no matter what the rest of the world is doing. There is no coherence for you in 3D. You have been rewired and must expand your frequency into 5D. Claim it. It is time. There's more rewiring to be done within your human structure. So, claiming your 5D light human sphere allows your ascension to continue. Remember, as your vibration naturally elevates through this cosmic rewiring, you'll find yourself increasingly sensitive to energies that no longer serve your highest expression. My guides call it evolving discernment. And discernment brings about change through new and stronger boundaries. Boundaries are a big thing in April. Boundaries aren't walls. They're the sacred container that honors the divinity within you and within others. When you say no to energy that depletes you, you're saying yes to the fullness of your cosmic purpose. I see this all too often with my clients in my intuitive soul coaching sessions. They either do not make a boundary or they do not enforce it. Now, oftentimes it's due to their conditioning and patterning by others, but most often lately, it's because they do not want to lose one thing to gain another. Now, that is 3D thinking, people, either or. Multidimensionality is either and. You cannot lose anything that is meant for you. It is not possible. So if it goes, it wasn't meant to be in your life despite how attached you were to it. And by holding to your boundaries, if it leaves, it creates a vacuum. And we all know the universe abhors a vacuum, so spirit will fill that vacuum with your true desires, with your desires that you are resonating to every time. A reminder that I give in my personal sessions with clients is, when you're faced with a situation or event that appears to be pushing your boundaries or asking you to make a choice, ask 2 questions. First question, is it in the other person's highest good that we continue this, do this, choose this? If the answer is no, then let it go. Send them love, refocus on yourself. What felt intense to you wasn't truly a soul contract. It wasn't truly meant for you. It was simply an attachment. Now, if the answer is yes, it is in the other person's highest good to continue this, then you ask the second question. Is it in my highest good to continue this? Most every time you will sense the answer is no. So again, let go, send love to the people and situation, and go back to the reason you created this boundary in the first place. More self-love, more self-compassion, a more abundant life. Your soul is giving you divine wisdom. They are guiding you to your higher life, to completing soul contracts and life paths so that you can ascend. So listen to your soul. The answers are out there. And yes, you can book a session with me. The link is below, and you can ask your soul all the questions. But even without my assistance, you can get your soul's answers. They're in the signs and signals you're receiving every day, so look for them. Ask the questions, see where the answers show up within you and within your outer environment. As April unfolds, also pay attention to what your newly upgraded energy field, your 5D light human sphere, is telling you about the people, places, and activities in your life. The subtle feeling of contraction when you're considering making plans, listen to it. The unexpected lightness when canceling a commitment that never felt quite right, honor it. Your body is becoming so much more of a refined instrument of energetic truth. Now, one of the most beautiful aspects of April's energy is the greater amplification of your intuitive abilities. They've been coming online, but wow, in April, it is blasting open for so many of you. It can get a little unsettling, perhaps even a little crazy feeling when you are seeing or sensing or hearing or feeling or even just noticing things far beyond the 3D world. This morning, I was walking to the kitchen and I just casually looked out the window and saw the grid of 3D dissolving. Now, I immediately thought to myself, that's interesting because that's my answer to keep my ego mind calm. So no matter what I see or sense or where I find myself, my primary answer is, that's interesting. And this morning, that was real interesting. When clients tell me they want a spontaneous awakening, I always say, careful what you wish for, because I do have clients whose awakening was accompanied by a mental breakdown, and no one needs that. This month is straddling the line between intuitive opening and spontaneous awakening. So remind yourself, you're not crazy, you're ascending. The veil between dimensions is thinning, and your innate ability to receive information from beyond your 5 physical senses is strengthening daily. So you may be quite surprised by what you can sense one day, and that ability may be gone the next, yet reappear next week. We are all getting comfortable in our new 5D light human sphere. And as we do, this increased intuition will become the norm. You may want to keep a dedicated journal for your intuitive impressions this month. Without judgment, record what comes through. That way, you'll begin to recognize patterns and guides and angels and dragons and all of the divine beings connecting with you, and develop a personal dictionary of sorts of how your intuitive system communicates with you. And that will truly speed up your ascension process. Okay, now let's talk about love. April brings a magnificent opening in our capacity to experience love beyond the conditional patterns we've known. Now, for those seeking a romantic connection, this is such a powerful time of manifestation. But understand that the relationships coming in now are not based on the old paradigms of lack or need or completion. These new connections reflect your expanding consciousness. They're partnerships of purpose, mutual growth, and spiritual amplification. So many of us want a magical, multidimensional, romantic relationship. But you can only call in what you are. Therefore, this quantum leap this month into the new 5D light human sphere finally puts you at the vibrational level of what you want in a partner. And for those in existing relationships, a portal opens to experience your connection on entirely new frequency levels. Now, this could mean that old triggers arise specifically to be healed, or communication can temporarily become challenging as you both adjust to the new frequencies of truth and love and transparency. You're both ascending, and it's not always on the exact same path. Remember, love in 5D isn't about perfection, it's about authentic presence. It's about two whole beings choosing to create something greater together than either could do alone. It is the beginning of a greater sense of unity consciousness. Now, for some of us, the most important love relationship blossoming this month will be with yourself. As you witness your own multidimensional nature, you'll begin to see how perfectly your journey has unfolded to bring you to this point of awakening. You'll begin to truly embrace your 5D self in ways that you've never imagined, bringing a degree of unconditional self-love and self-acceptance you never thought possible in this life. Okay, after all that talk of love, let's switch for a moment to the outer world. Our external world appears to be in ever more deepening chaos. Political systems are showing their fundamental flaws. Economic structures are revealing their unsustainability, and social contracts are fraying at the edges. But remember, beautiful souls, these are necessary contractions in the global rebirthing process. What no longer serves humanity's evolution must collapse to make way for new systems aligned with higher consciousness. Your task is not to fix the crumbling structures or to fight against what's dissolving. Your sacred soul contracts are to hold steady in your inner creation space, to nurture the seeds of the new world in the inner realms of your multidimensional consciousness. So when you find yourself drawn into the drama of world events, gently bring your awareness back to your breath, back to your heart. Ask yourself, what world am I creating within me right now? What frequencies am I cultivating? The outer reality we experience collectively is always a reflection of our inner consensus. By maintaining a vibration of peace, of possibility, and of compassionate connection, you contribute far more to global healing and ascension than any amount of worry or fear or fighting could ever accomplish. Spirit is asking you to choose peace over chaos. Jesus and Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron are still standing behind me now, and they are showing me a simple yet powerful practice for April. I'm going to let Jay explain it. Dearest ones, you are indeed ascending, and this is indeed a pivotal time in your world. You are on the verge of stepping into timelines you have never yet dreamt of. Knowing that you have our full support, we ask you every morning as you awaken, spend a moment in silence, placing your hands over your heart and visualize your 5D world. Create it in vivid detail. Feel the emotional quality of your world. Notice the way people interact with each other and with your planet. Once you have firmly set yourself in the energies of your 5D world, take a deep breath and with deep intention, moving your hands out from your heart, send the vision of your 5D world outward from your heart chakra, moving your hands outward from your heart, rippling out to humanity. Know that your consciousness is powered beyond measure. And this simple act of creation contributes directly to the rewiring of humanity's collective reality into 5D. While these next 3 months are going to demonstrate much chaos in your outer world, you will also find your inner realms strengthened as you make deeper connections with your ascended masters, with the archangels, with all of your guides and the divine beings that are here to assist in your ascension. We are here with you and for you. Call upon our energy, feel our loving support surround you, and step into your 5D world as you have created it. Okay, calm and beautiful. One thing I'd like to remind you as we come to a close is that you chose to be here for this point of ascension. Your soul contracted for this time, this place, this great awakening. The discomfort that you may feel at times, it is not punishment, it's expansion. The challenges you face are not obstacles. They are invitations to embody more of your true nature. I am blessed to walk this ascension path with you. And I remind you, the new world is not just coming, beautiful souls. It is already here within you and I. So let's embrace it.